Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Otherworldly Encounters, where you can submit your NDE, OBE, spiritual or paranormal story to my email address noted here, and in the description section of this channel as well. No need to use your real name, you can submit anonymously and I will do my best to create a video with your story. Today's story comes from Brian, who was run over by a car, died and came back with some very important information, and here is his story. On April 3rd of 2015, my wife and I arrived home after a day of shopping. My wife was the driver, and I was in the front passenger seat. We pulled into the driveway and I got out first. I walked behind the car to open the trunk, when all of a sudden the car started rolling backwards and knocked me to the ground. The rear tire ran over part of my torso and legs. My wife called an ambulance, and when they arrived, they attached me to a board and took me to the hospital. I had numerous broken bones and internal injuries and had to have surgery to repair the damage. During the operation, I started to rise out of my body. I was looking down at myself and could see everything the doctors were doing. I hovered over my body for a while, and then a blackness engulfed me, and I could no longer see anything, but knew I was moving upward and away from the operating room. I wondered what was happening, and my heart was pounding in my chest. Soon I was in a place that contained what looked like aliens. They said I was there to hear a message. They were using earthly terminology and communicating telepathically. Suddenly I was having a life review. The life review stopped at a spot where I was about 20 years old, and it showed me talking to Danny, a childhood friend of mine. He was telling me that he was having dreams about people dying, but he did not know why. He was having these dreams almost every night, and it was stressing him out. Then the life review came to an end, but then went forward into the future, and I saw Danny again. He was old, and he spoke to me and said, I was the one who made it all possible. I wanted to know why this was necessary, and they said you will need this information to pass on to Danny. I said I had not seen Danny in years and didn't even know if he was still alive. Immediately my thoughts started speeding up, and I was experiencing an influx of scientific information. I couldn't understand how I was able to comprehend all of this information, but it did not seem to be difficult even though I did not have a background in science. Then I was back in recovery, and was told that I had died, and was gone for 8 minutes. I had to remain for a few weeks as an inpatient, in a nursing home where I received physical therapy. About 1 year later, I ran into Danny in the airport, and coincidentally we were on the same flight, so we sat together while waiting to board our flight. Danny said he was involved in cancer research, and had his own laboratory, and was working on what he thought would be a miracle drug, but was having a hard time getting funding to continue his research. I had a friend who was very good at fundraising and had many connections, so I said I would contact him and ask if he had any ideas. Danny was very appreciative and then went on to say that he went into research because after he was having those dreams about people dying, he felt compelled to do so. He also went on to tell me that I was the one who suggested looking into it when we were younger, but I did not remember telling him this. I told him about my accident, but did not tell him about the near-death experience, as I did not want him to think I was crazy, and did not remember what message I was supposed to pass on to him. He said it was so funny that we ran into each other, because he had been having dreams, which started about the time of my accident. He said the dreams involved me giving him information about his research, which led him to change his experiment, and when he did, the new drug started killing cancer cells. I kept in touch with Danny, and he did eventually receive more funding for his research, and has since developed an immunotherapy drug that is in clinical trials and looks very promising as an alternative to chemotherapy. I ask myself this question often. Did I receive information from another form of life to pass on to Danny in a dream, or was this all just one big coincidence? What did you think of Brian's story? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed his story, please give it a like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can receive a notification when I release a new video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will come back and visit again soon.